Algebra 2, University of Montevallo Upward Bound students. How are you? Hopefully you are having a wonderful, wonderful day. I am your instructor, Mrs. Thomas, and we are going to have a wonderful, wonderful journey together this semester as well as the entire year. So I know that you probably have so many assignments. So, but what I want to do today is I want to do a little bit of functions and relations, and I want to also do graphing ordered pairs. So let's get started. Okay. Example 1, we're talking about functions and relations. So a pair of numbers such as x and y is called, of course, an ordered pair. Okay, when you have your x value and your y value, the x tells you how far to slide, the y value tells you how far to rise or to rise up, okay? In an ordered pair, the x value is always given first. A relation is a set of ordered pairs. The x values in a relation make up the domain, and the y values make up the range. A function is a relation in which each x value has only one y value. So let's get started. Example 1, identify the domain and range of the relation. Okay, so we've talked about the domain being x values and the range being our y values. Okay, so let's just go here and identify the x and y values. I think that makes that a little bit more simpler. Okay, so that means I'm going to underline my x values, and let's put them in order. 1 and 3 with a nice little bracket around it. Okay, from least to greatest. When it comes to the range, okay, I see 4, 2, and 4 again. Now, if I have 2 sets, you only need to write it once, so it will be 2 and 4. So you would not need to write 2, 4, 4, okay, for the range. Okay, number 2. Is this relation a function? Okay, well, first let's determine our x and y values. Okay, because the relation is going to be, of course, our set of ordered pairs. A function is a relation in which each x value has only one y. So therefore, let me break it down. This is not a relation because I can't have 2 x's, okay, with the same value, okay? I don't know if you've seen the mapping, they call this mapping, where you'll have, just for instance, 7, 8. So these are x and y values. -1, 5, 2 goes to 6, but then the -1 goes back to the 3. So this will be an example of what they call mapping. Okay, where the x value cannot be shifted. It looks like almost like a less than sign. -1 cannot go to the 5, and it cannot also go to the 3. So the answer to this domain and range is no, because the x value, -1, has more than one y value. Also, I want you to understand that it is okay for you to have the same number as far as in the y values, but you cannot have the x going to 2 different values on the y side. Okay, next, We're looking at ordered pairs, graphing ordered pairs, as I'm sure you are familiar with in algebra and Algebra 2. So ordered pairs can be graphed on a coordinate plane. In the coordinate plane at the right, the label X, which is here, is the horizontal axis or x-axis. The line labeled Y is the vertical axis or the y-axis. The point where the axis cross or intersect is called the origin, okay? The two axes divide the coordinate plane into 4 quadrants, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, which are, of course, counterclockwise. The position of a point on the graph is determined by its ordered pair, which is called a coordinate. The x-coordinate tells the distance right or left of the origin. The y-coordinate tells the distance up or down. So let us look here, and let's get right to your practice problem. Give the coordinates of each point. Refer to the graph above. So let's do number 1. Number 1 says E, okay, which corresponds to E. Okay, I'm here. So if I'm at the origin, I slide over 1, 2, and how many down? 1, 2. So over 2, down 2. So that will be over 2 is positive, so that's 2, and down is negative, so that will be 2, negative 2. I also want you to plot the points as well on 3 and 4. So for example, we know that this is your x value and this is your y value. So the x, you always start at the origin, you always slide either left or right. If it's negative, slide left. If the first number is positive, slide to the right. So I want you to slide over 2 and up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and right here. Okay. All right, and I will upload both of these worksheets, students, for you to answer. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.